Hi, the copycat is back. Remember last time we made the main course, and it was crescent roll, and it was a vegan plant-based crescent roll. That was the main course. Today we're going to do the sides, and they're pretty simple, and I know everybody rolls their eyes when they say anything simple to do with vegan. These are vegan, real simple. It's things that you know and you use all the time. Corn. Very easy. We're going to do a vegan rub on it, and we're going to put it in the Ninja. This is amazing, amazing product to have. This Ninja will save your life. It's a lifesaver, especially for vegans. You can put anything you want in this. You can put your burgers, any kind of vegetables. Everything's done quicker, better, juicier. The taste is overwhelming. You're going to love, if you ever get a chance to get one of these, do get one. You don't have to rush right out and get one. You can use a grill. You can use your oven. You can use whatever you want to do these corns. So let's get started, and then I'm going to do another side with it. They're easy, they're simple, and they go great with the plant-based crescent roll. So first we're going to do some, I call it vegan mayonnaise, but it's not vegan really. They say dressing spread, but it is a vegan mayo. So I use that by Hellmann's, and all you do is just brush this on your corn like this. Really simple, very simple. Just keep brushing it on, go around like that. And then you just do every cob, every corn like that. And you just keep brushing on real quick, just lay it on. You don't have to be perfect. It can just be on there. And then we're gonna put a spice rub on there, and it's amazing. And the spice rubs, you can use any one you want. You can use, I use a cilantro lime, and I use a garlic. You can use a lime pepper, a lemon pepper, a garlic, anything you want, whatever suits your taste. Or you can just use salt and pepper if you want. So, but what this mayo does, this vegan mayo, what it does is it not only gives it flavor, but it soaks in the juices and it makes the spice stick to it. That's the whole idea. It sticks to it, and it really gives it a very unique flavor, a lot different flavor than just corn on the cob. So you just basically rub them all in as best you can. You don't have to get just perfect. And then you're going to take, like I said, I use cilantro lime, and I use roasted garlic. Just sprinkle it on, whatever, as much as you like or as little as you like. So that's what I do. I just sprinkle it on really light. Just go through there like this. And then I sprinkle a little bit of the other one. Just roll them around. Kind of fun to do, really. Kind of messy, but kind of fun. And then you just go like this. And then while I'm doing that, though, I'm going to turn on the Ninja. It's got a little bit of sound to it, but you can shut the warming part off because it takes a few minutes to warm up, about 10 or 15 minutes. You can have that shut off and just put them straight in there. I don't like to do that because once it's warmed up, then all it takes like 3 to 5 minutes. It's great on each side. So I like to just have it all warmed up, stick it in there, and it's wonderful. So these I'm going to set aside for a minute before we put them in the Ninja. And while we're waiting, I'm going to make the other side, which is, and you've done this one yourself before, this is macaroni. You can use whole wheat macaroni, you can use gluten-free, you can use regular macaroni, you can use colored macaronis, whatever macaroni you want to choose that you like, you can use it. I always make it ahead of time. Good idea is to make this ahead of time and put it in the refrigerator to chill. Because once it's chilled, then you can finish doing it. And if you got company and if you want it to be done quick, then it's cold. Otherwise, stick it back in the refrigerator and let it finish getting cold. So what we're going to do now is we're going to put in just the dry ingredients. So I'm taking dill, and you take a half a teaspoon of dill. This is a half. This is a half a tablespoon, half a tablespoon of dill. I like dill, so you can use more or less, whatever suits you. And then a half a tablespoon. Now, mustard, this is dry mustard. You can use regular mustard if you have it. You don't have to go out and buy dry. I like dried. I think dried gives it a better flavor. So I just stick it in there, about a half a tablespoon. Like I said, I'm not good at measuring things. I usually just throw everything in. But when you're first starting out, you should probably measure things. So, and then I do a half a tablespoon of vinegar. I use white wine vinegar. You can use white vinegar, you know, any vinegar that you want. You can use apple cider vinegar. I happen to choose this. I kind of like it. So I use a half a tablespoon of that too. So then, of course, you want to salt and pepper it. I use 2 teaspoons of salt. If you like more or less salt, more or less. But for some reason, macaroni, I don't know, it kind of doesn't absorb the salt well, and it gives it more of a bland taste if you don't put a little extra. If you can eat salt, you can't use a salt substitute. And then I use 1 teaspoon of pepper. All right, now I'm going to put in more of the wet ingredients. Now I use 2 tablespoons of relish, sweet relish, not dill relish, sweet. And there's a lot of sweet relishes out there. I always check the label on the back. You should always read the labels on the back because some of them have high fructose corn syrup in it, and we all know that's bad for you. I always get the one that just has regular sugar in it. So read your labels. Always read your labels on everything. You don't want to get high fructose corn syrup on anything. It's really bad for you. So then I use a tablespoon of maple syrup. This macaroni salad is a huge, huge hit, especially for kids. Kids really, really, really like it. And then I put in a half a cup of vegan mayo. Then, always wash your vegetables. I've got celery and red pepper. I'm going to put in about a half a red pepper, half of that red pepper, and then a shallot. Now some people don't really know what shallots are, but shallots are like, to me, a baby onion. It's got a little milder flavor than regular onions. And when you're doing a macaroni salad, especially if you have children, you don't want a real harsh onion taste. Because some people don't really like the onions, and they don't like it to overpower their food. And my son's one of them. He has a fit if there's any onions in anything. But he loved this salad. He loves the salad. So you just peel it. And I'm going to put this, I like it minced up really fine, but you can chop it by hand if you want. You don't have to get technical. But I'm going to put mine in my little mini chopper, which is my small Cuisinart. And this small Cuisinart over here is nice to have because you don't have to get the big one out. And it's really nice to have because it'll do a lot of chopping. It'll chop everything nuts. It'll chop just all your vegetables. So if you don't have a lot to chop, and it also grinds it too. So I'll just go like that. And I always think it go the other way just so it'll get finer. But it works really, really, really good. So then you take it out and you put this in there. You can see how fine and nice they chopped up. That's why I use the Cuisinart, because I really could not chop them that small. And you want it kind of fine, because that way it's not overpowering. You can also do that with the celery if you want to. I don't like to have my celery that fine. When I have a salad, I kind of like to taste celery. But if you want it finer, you can put it in the Cuisinart. So I just kind of go like that, and then I just chop it. And 1 stalk of celery is all you need in this. Now, this is going to be for a small family. the size. If you want to feed a larger family, use a whole box of macaroni. I used half of a 16 ounce. I used 8 ounces. It's plenty for really a family of 4. But if you got a bigger family, you're going to use a whole box or more if you're going to do a party or something. But just what you're going to do is you're going to double the recipe. Good, quick, easy sides that are great for summer. It's hot. People don't want to eat a lot of heavy food. This is really great for summer. And these go great with the plant-based roll that I made last time. These go great with it. So I just take and I go down. You just want about half of this. So then I take this out on here. And then I just chop them. And I don't know, if you don't like red peppers, you don't have to put red pepper in it. It gives it a little color and a little flavor. It does give it flavor. But basically, the things that I have put in it, pretty good salad. It really is. People seem to like it. Almost everybody that I've ever ate has really liked it. So kind of keep it simple, but yet give it some flavor. One thing about vegans is you're going to find that being a vegan, you're going to need to use spices and give things flavor, because you don't have all the dairy and you don't have the meat. So because of that, you're going to want to flavor things more than normal. And when you see me cooking and I put all these spices in it, a lot of it's to do because of the fact that you got to give it some pizzazz, because that's how you get people liking it. In fact, I found that all these people that say they're not vegan, when they come to my house to eat, they all all the vegan products seem to be gone. So they all seem to put it on their plate and love it. So when they say they're not vegan, that's great, but I don't seem to have a problem with them eating it and never saying that they hate it. So back in the day when it was just tofu, okay, I can understand that. People didn't know how to make it. But I will tell you this, tofu, there's a lot of ways you can make tofu, much more than what you know. Tofu takes on the form that you make it. Whatever taste you make it, it will take on that form. So you're just going to mix it up, and you're going to get it all in there, and then you're going to, when you put it in your bowl, here, I'll show you, you got to put some paprika on the top. It gives it a little bit of flavor, and it gives it its look. It gives it that look of, yeah, that's a salad. It looks good. So you can see how nice the salad looks. Okay. So what I do is I take and I sprinkle paprika. You can do smoked paprika if you want. I just do regular ground paprika. There's all kinds of paprikas. There's Mexican. There's all kinds of different paprikas. Just kind of lightly sprinkle that on there so it looks good. So you can see how well it turned out. So now we're waiting for the ninja. I'll get these put in. Now what this will do is the Ninja acts like an outside grill, but I almost want to say it's more intense, because the flavor of your food is unbelievable. I'll put whole mushrooms in there, and like 3 minutes later, they're perfectly done, they're juicy, they taste incredible. Everything you put in this Ninja is just incredible. And you can use it for me. I don't, because I'm vegan, but I imagine for me it would be incredible too. Always, if you do get one, just make sure you clean it afterwards every time you use it, and it'll stay nice, and it should last you a long, long time. But otherwise, it's time to add the food. So now you can see what it looks like. It's amazing. I've got it on the grill. There's a grill, there's a fryer, you can use it as an air fryer. I have baskets. I have a flat grill that you can do like pancakes and stuff on it. You can actually make cakes in this. It's an amazing, amazing product. It really is. And you're going to see how incredible this works once I get this going. So let me get that over there, get that out of the way. Okay. So, like I said last time that I was talking to you about, basically what I'm doing this for is I'm doing this for people that are just trying to start out and become vegan or gluten-free or sugar-free or whatever free it is. And what I do is, like I said, is I take recipes and I copy them and I make them my own. And you can make it your own too. And what I mean by that is I will make it into vegan, gluten-free or sugar-free. I'll change the recipe completely and make it my own. And a lot of times you'll watch me doing things and there might be something that you might change and you can make it your own too. And all the recipes, afterwards you'll be able to get them online. You'll follow the video. Also, do keep in mind, people, when you're trying to first start out, I'll give you just some basic hints. Don't rush into it. Don't ever try to make your family become vegan. Don't push it on them. I have found but you got to realize I've been doing this over 30 years. I have found that if you keep your mouth shut, just make the food and you enjoy it, and you can sit there and, oh my God, this is good, this tastes good. They start looking at you and they start wanting to try it, and then people come over, yeah, I want to try that. I have that every time I have a dinner party, or if I have my family come over or friends come over, they all want to try the food. And there's a reason for it. It's because they're not getting it somewhere else, and they can't get it, and they can see how much I'm enjoying it. I mean, I wouldn't eat it if it didn't taste good. So basically, don't try to put something in front of somebody that they're not going to want. Don't try to get them to eat it. Just sit there, and if they want to try it, let them try it. You're going to find that more and more they're going to want to become vegan. Even though they think they're not going to be, they do want to be. And nowadays, out there is so many famous people that are becoming vegan. And there's so many people, and a lot of young people. Young people know what time it is, basically. They really do. They know that it's healthier to eat that way. Like I said, I didn't do it for health reasons. I did it because I didn't want to kill animals. I love animals. And basically, there's a lot of people out there that do love animals and don't want to kill them too. But I became lactose intolerant, so I was kind of forced into being a vegan, which, you know, now I'm glad, because obviously as I get older, I'm very healthy. So it worked. Never regretted it, never missed meat. I don't want to eat it. And as you do it longer and you become vegan longer, when you have meat in your food and somebody serves it to you, you can smell it. You can actually smell it. It's got like a rancid smell to it. You can actually smell the animal when you've been away from it long enough, so you will know. Just be careful. Always read your products, read the back of them. Always ask when you go to a restaurant what's in them, because you'll be surprised. Just because it's Chinese and it's Mexican doesn't always mean that it's vegan. Like I said, a lot of people will sneak stuff in there. I actually had a restaurant one time. They told their employees not to tell them that there was lard in the beans because they didn't want vegans to know it, so they would eat it. I never ate there anymore. I stopped going there. So basically, I just want you to always remember that starting out to be a vegan is not easy. If you're used to eating all that stuff, just work at it one day at a time. You know, you might fall once in a while and go back. Just work at it, because it's not an easy thing. Gluten-free is another thing. It's hard. Gluten-free is different. Gluten-free is a health thing. You almost have to do it if you're really seriously gluten-free. You have to stick with that. And the recipes, yeah, I'm going to be doing some gluten-free recipes so you can see, you know, how to make them. They really are not that much different than the regular recipes. The only difference is if you're gluten-free and you're vegan, it's a little tough because you don't have eggs. Because a lot of gluten-free products have eggs in it or dairy in it. And that's one of the problems if you're vegan and gluten-free. That's the tricky one. And sugar-free, that's even trickier yet. So basically, next time I'm going to show you the dessert that goes with these, and it's going to blow you away because it is vegan, gluten-free, and sugar-free. You're going to be amazed by that. So, anyways, if you have any questions, like I said, go to Camille at Camille'sCopycat.com, and I'd be glad to answer your questions. I'm trying to help all you vegans out there. Right now, I'm going to switch the corn around, and we're going to turn it over, and that's another thing. That's what I like about this Ninja. This Ninja will tell you when to turn it. Halfway through, it tells you to turn it. So I put these on, if they're bigger ears, I would put these on 5 minutes on each side. That's 10 minutes. If they're smaller ones, just go 6, 3 on each side. So you can go 5 minutes on this side, and when you take them out, which we'll get a platter for, I mean, if you like corn, you're really gonna like them here in this Ninja. But you can do the same thing in your grill. I have a grill outside that this week I had a lot of company, and so I put them on the grill, and along with everything else that I didn't have room on the Ninja. It was good, but I can tell you right now, everybody that's ate them on the Ninja has said there's no comparison. So you can do that. If you have to put them in the oven, you can do that too. There's a lot of ways. Just put aluminum foil down on your pan before you do that. And so right now I'm going to take these out real quick and just give you the idea of basically what they look like for time. They look like this. They're really, really, really good. They're pretty, they're actually really done, because, you know, what's corn? But I'm going to probably leave them in for a few more minutes. So, this is what they look like. It's an incredible meal. You have your 2 sides that you can have with the crescent roll that I showed you, and next week I'll show you the dessert. Remember, these are summer dishes, the perfect time. They're vegan or gluten-free or sugar-free, whatever they are. They're healthy, and they're just an incredible. You really need to try these, because when you do, everybody that comes over is not going to say they don't like it. They really will like it. So, like I said, if you have any questions, email me. So goodbye, and I will see you next time, and enjoy.